So who's seen the budget? Then great new updates. So let's start with the big one, VAT. If you are borderline going VAT registered, great news. You've probably got an extra month or two because the VAT threshold has just gone up from 85,000 to 90,000. If you're not near VAT, it won't affect you. And if you're already VAT registered, it equally won't affect you. But if you're borderline and about to go, you're going to have a little bit longer. So great news there.
Yeah, 7-year freeze and a £5,000 increase, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's positive. National insurance. So that is actually, there's some good news there, I think. So if you're self-employed, then it's gone down by another 2% to 6%. And if you're an employee, it's gone down by 2% again to 8%. If you're an employer, I'm sorry, it's not changed. It's still 13.8%. It seems so unfair. Not happy with that one. I'm happy for the self-employed and the employed, but I'm not happy as a business owner.
They're not being nice to business owners, but if you have got children and you claim child benefit, that's got better as well. So they've recognised inflation, I believe, and the threshold, the higher income threshold, has gone up to 60k. And they're also looking at moving it to a household-based system, because you will have seen in the news that it was unfair. As soon as one partner earned over 50k, it meant you were not eligible. So hopefully they're moving to a household-based system so that you can earn not a joint income, but share your income between you.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you mentioned inflation there. So inflation is currently about 4%, which is massive difference. It's like more than halved in the last year. And they're predicting that it's going to go to 2% in the next few months. So hopefully some good news there from an inflationary point of view and the cost of everything. And also fuel duty as well. Just before we move on to the next thing, fuel duty has been frozen. So again, that's good news, I think, in terms of our costs, isn't it?
Yeah, 5% fuel duty. Let's leave it there. And then this is the one, I'm going to get you to describe this one, because this gets a little bit tricky. And I don't know if it directly involves the cleaning industry yet, but we've got Section 24 that came in for residential landlords. So what that meant was that they couldn't claim back their mortgage. So they were paying higher tax. And so a lot of them moved into the holiday let industry. What's happening, Diane?
Yeah, so the residential market lost about 250,000 properties over a couple of years directly because of this new tax regime, because landlords were paying more tax. So they either sold up or they moved them to the holiday let industry instead. And that's one of the reasons, as well as COVID, for the rise in holiday lets, which has benefited the cleaning industry massively. And we've talked about it. But today they announced that they were going to change the difference between holiday lets and residential landlords, so that holiday lets didn't have beneficial treatment. So I'm reading that as it will now be under the same tax regime as residential landlords. So if you've got holiday let owners with mortgages, it's going to massively affect them. So it's just something to be aware of and to look out for, because I think it will long term affect our industry if the holiday let industry reduces.
Okay, and in other news, next week, guys, you've got 1 week left. Let's sign up. We've got the Manchester Cleaning Show on the 13th and 14th of, what are we in? March. 13th and 14th of March. On the 13th, we will be doing a DCBN networking lunch on the 13th, 1 o'clock at the Ivy. Come and join us. Should be great fun. Sign up, because we need to know numbers so we can make a correct table size booking. Otherwise, it's going to be too small. So please sign up to that. It should be great fun. I love the networking meetings, and I like this one because it's lovely and informal.
Really looking forward to it. So yeah, that's what the DCBN's been up to. Watching the budget, feeling a little bit deflated, but also some good news, and then looking forward to next week. So thanks, Louise.
See you soon. And if you want to hear more from us, listen to the podcast. It's all about help. I've put my prices up and I can't sell anymore today. So go listen to that one. Bye-bye.